Jake Skin here from the Boxed In podcast. Delighted to be joined by Peter Fury. Peter, we're here in Hull. We're obviously here training Gradus Kraus. Before we kind of get onto the fight itself, how on earth did the actual link-up come about with him obviously being from the Netherlands?
I used to work with his dad. His dad's a fighter. And back in the day when Gradus was a small child, I used to work with his father. So we've had a good relationship ever since. And and now his father it's ironic really, because his father was a fighter and his son as a little boy used to go and watch all of his dad's fights, ring walk with him and everything else. And now his father's his trainer. So, and obviously I know the family. So yeah, it's a nice thing, and it's a nice for me to support the family as well. So I wholly believe in his dad. I believe in his son, and I think it's going to be a great journey for him.
You certainly seem to have obviously a special relationship with the family. You said it's going to be a great journey. How far do you believe that Gradus can go in the sport of boxing?
I'm absolutely convinced he can go all the way. I think obviously I've got experience in boxing as well, and my job is to try and guide him. And Izzy of GBM is a very personal friend of mine anyway, and I think he's a perfect person to help him achieve his goals and take him all the way as well. Because the ultimate thing for me is having good people around Gradus and his father, and that's where I come into it. So I'm happy. It's a good team effort, and this is a very, very exciting young light heavyweight. I think he's one of the most exciting young light heavyweights on the planet, to be honest.
You said that he's one of the most exciting light heavyweights on the planet. I mean, if Izzy Azif is already backing him and promoting him, it says something, doesn't it?
Of course it does. He's beat the best in the world in the amateurs. Two-time Olympic gold medalists, Cubans. He's beat them in the amateurs. So, but that was over 5 rounds, not over 3. This kid's made for pro boxing. He's made to do the rounds. He ticks a lot of boxes. Hey, look, we're going to see. We've got a good opponent here tomorrow evening. Saturday, rather. And, so far, so good. And but I'm looking forward for Gradus to step up, and we've been promised to step up in September.
What can the fans expect on Saturday night from Gradus Kraus?
Definitely all action. He's not somebody to waste time. He's not somebody to mess around. He carries natural power. He's got flair. He's got it all, this kid. He's exciting.
Now, moving elsewhere in the gym, Savannah Marshall is in a massive fight against Shalisha Green over in America on a MVP card. How's camp gone, and how's she looking ahead of July the 11th?
I think Savannah's done great. She's had a hard camp. She's done plenty of sparring. She's got another couple of spars left, and then she's flying out Wednesday to New York to acclimatise herself. The team's going out there, so it's going to be good, and she's ready. She's ready for a tough fight. She's prepared for a very tough fight, and she knows it's going to be a hard fight because it's for the IBF world title. So yeah, she's looking forward to it.
How good is it to see her back in a boxing ring?
I think it's very good. She's very skillful, and I don't think we've seen the true potential of Savannah to a full potential. So I'm looking forward to seeing her get this fight out of the way and seeing what's, should she be victorious, because you can never tell at this level. But I believe she can pull that off, and it'd be nice to see what happens next.
Now, one person in boxing who he's very popular, gets a bit of stick here and there, is Jake Paul. Now, we know obviously his kind of boxing career, but I think something that a lot of people don't see is what he does for people like Savannah Marshall. She's obviously now signed with Most Valuable Promotions and Jake Paul. What's kind of your opinion on Jake as a person?
As a person, I think he ticks a lot of boxes. I think he's a very, very astute, clever businessman. And this guy does not need no promoter. He's a self-promoted, he does everything right. I'm a boxing purist, obviously, and he's got a long way to go in boxing. But from what he does and everything else and the attention he gets, he's my credit. And also what he's doing for female boxing. He's putting these fights on, And I'm telling you now, he's giving them exceptional money. He's blowed everybody else out the ballpark. So he needs maximum credit for looking after the fighters, paying all their expenses, doing everything properly. So Savannah is very, very happy with the situation.
How good is it to see someone like Jake Paul, an outsider, come in and take a real interest to female boxing?
I think it's very good because he's got a lot of crossover fans outside of boxing, so he's bringing them into the sport. I think it's all good. Anybody that can input into boxing in a positive way is good. It's good for the boxers. It's good for everybody.
You said there that you are a boxing purist. I do have to ask you, what is your opinion on the Paul versus Chavez Jr. fight?
Well, obviously, Chavez Jr. is well past his sell-by date, but he is still a pro boxer. So I think Jake Paul's doing well. There's levels to boxing, and at his level, he's doing good.
So, finally, a word on Terence Crawford and Canelo. That is certainly a fight for the boxing purists. We obviously saw their press conference last week. How excited are you for that fight, and what can the fans expect in September?
I think it's going to be an unbelievable fight. But how many division weights is he coming up, Crawford? A few, isn't he? Yeah. I think Crawford's an exceptional fighter. The way he does the distance, closes it. But Canelo's not a man who's going to get stopped, so we can rule that out, because you could hit Canelo with a sledgehammer, and he's coming. So there's no question there. So can Canelo get to Crawford? Is the weight issue going to be with the pressure he's going to give? Because I can see Canelo not standing off. He's going to come in, and he's going to bring it. So can Crawford keep him off for 12 rounds? So if anybody can, Crawford could be the man to do it. But, I think I've got to sit on the fence because I can't really pick one. You'd have to say Canelo for the weight and the toughness of him, but the other guy, Crawford, is an exceptional fighter. The way he does, the way he moves. And listen, you can't hit and you can't pressure somebody who's got exemplary feet and can read you before you get there. So this is where the skill set comes in. Just how good is Crawford, we will see.
Peter Fury, thanks so much for your time.